the overwhelming majority of words in Arabic are derived from three base letters. So from a combination of three letters, we can actually get maybe 20, 30, 40 different verbs and nouns. So as an example, let's choose an example. Let's choose the three base letters, the ayn, the lam, and the mim. And from it we get the word ilm, knowledge. We get the verb alima. Then we can, with alima, the verb, we can get allama by doubling the lam, putting a shadda on top of it, allama, and that means to teach. And then from this verb we get teacher, muallim or muallima, so the male teacher or the female teacher. We can get so many other words, and either verbs or nouns. As an example, with alima, we can get the word alim. Alim is one who knows. So somebody that knows something is an alim. And usually that's knowledge. He has knowledge with something. So you could say a scholar. And we can get even a more intensive form of this. And that's alim. Somebody who has great knowledge. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, in many places in the Quran, He's known as Al-Alim, the one who has all knowledge. So it can be used also for a human, Al-Alim. That denotes just hyperbole and to indicate that this person has a lot of knowledge. You say he's Alim. And usually it's with something in particular. He has expertise in something. And then we can get other words as well. An interesting word is alam. So alam actually is what's known as an ism ala, which is a noun that denotes an instrument used to do that particular action of knowing, of alima. So the alam is the instrument used to know. And actually it's used for the world we live in. And we are part of this alam. And it's not just one alam, it's alameen. So it's in the plural. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. That He is the caretaker, sustainer, nurturer of the alameen. And then from the word ilm or alima, we get the word alama, which means a sign, to indicate something. Getting back to the word alameen, it's a place of alamat, of signs. Everywhere we go, what we see in the world, they're all signs. And they all point back to a creator, a designer. Okay, so you see how just that three base letter, how much meaning we get. And I could have spoken much longer on that particular concept. We know that words are made from three base letters. Now what's interesting with these three base letters is what we can do with these three letters is rearrange them. So instead of alima, amila we get. So there's a change in position of the mim and the lam. So alima changes to amila. Amila means to work, to put effort. Okay, so as an example, an amil is somebody who works, a worker. The ma'mal is the place where one works. And in the Quran, for example, many places, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those who believe, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and those who do good actions or rectifying actions. So they do it. So with amila, there's an intention, there's a aim that one has when he does something. So you see how knowledge and action have a relationship, even within the letters. What's even more remarkable is if we change the letters again, we get another combination from these letters. Lama'a. Lama'a means to illuminate, to glitter. So actually what is the meanings behind that is that having knowledge and acting upon it will produce light. And that's light in this world and in the hereafter, which denotes the true guidance. So subhanAllah, the meanings we get from just these three letters, and we see the relationship between those meanings. Okay, now I want to take this knowledge a bit further into understanding the Quran. Look at, for example, in Surah Zumar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses that word, Zumar, twice in the surah. So what's specific about the word Zumar? It's a jama', it's a plural, but there are other words used in the Quran for groups. Every word has a specific nuance, and it's very important to understand to be able to understand the Quran properly. So in Surah Zumar, it speaks about those who've been led into hellfire and those being led into a Jannah. Now we can take the three base letters for Zumar, the Zay, Mim, Ra, and we can actually rearrange it to get a related meaning, like how we spoke about Alima. And what word do we get? We get the word Rams. Now this triliteral root, Rams, it has a meaning in itself, which is related to Zumar. What does Rams mean? It means an indication, a distinguishing mark. So taking this meaning and putting it into Zumar, one understands what is being implied when Allah uses the word Zumar. What it means is, and this is mentioned in Tafsir books, there'll be groups being led into hellfire, those being led into Jannah. And it'll be group by group. So each one will be in a group that is indicative of his attributes, his actions in this world, his spiritual state. And that's what Zumar means. So Tafsir books mention that they will be led one group after the other. The first will be the prophets, followed by those who are highest in faith, followed by those who are next highest, and so on, and so on, and so on. That completes the first lesson, inshallah, and I will be having further lessons on this very remarkable aspect of the Arabic language.